Good Saturday evening, everybody. How you doing? I'm Andy Vitale, host of My Fight Our War. And welcome to November. November 1st already. Man, this is just time is just flying by, man. It's just flying by. And can't just have coughing in the background with no face. So let's get a face to the cough. There you
That would
go.
be coughing and sneezing, so I'm apologizing now.
And but November the 1st, man, next thing you know, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and then it's going to be
Springtime.
time for Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, all
Hello,
over
hello,
again.
hello.
Let's do it. Christy Stutz in the house, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
People are going, what? Alabama? That's right. Athens, Alabama. That was Alabama. Christy, how you doing? It's like I said, it is Saturday, November 1st, and which means yesterday we had all the little ghosts and goblins all running around. And um, unfortunately, with the living in an apartment complex, didn't get to see any of that. And, it's just going by the news and stuff like that, seeing some of these kids. It just brought back a lot of memories. And sitting here, we were just chit chatting before going live about some of the different costumes. And so once we Christy, since you're here, we're just going to kind of go take a little trip down memory lane. And what were some costumes that you dressed up as? And let's see. For me, I remember I used to love watching Flipper. And some people are going, say what? Flipper was a dolphin.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like, I can't remember their names, these two brothers. And it was like their Lassie. Instead of,
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
What Lassie? Oh, he fell in the well. So this is what Flipper? So and so just got his leg taken off by a shark. Ooh, take me there, Flipper. You know, but so I remember there's a picture of me with this. It was this silly looking cape looking thing and a plastic fish head mask. So I was Flipper one time. What else was I? I was just thinking, looking back now, man. I did post something from this was back around 2000, 2002, somewhere around there. Me and Christy, I don't know what I was. um, me and three people, there was four of us, and we dressed up as the Blue Man Group. And oh my God, I mean, we were blue. Blue.
What did you use for the blue?
It was actual professional makeup. My buddy's wife was into performing arts and uh, plays and costumes. I mean, so she actually had the good shit where, and this is like I said, we're talking quite a few years ago, man. We're talking 7 years ago, where I actually she got skull caps for us, and we all had to put these skull caps on and glued it all the way around. And then she proceeded to sit there. She had this blue makeup with a sponge and sat there. It took forever. And we were blue. And then we just had the black pants, black long sleeve shirt. And I think we just can't remember if we wore gloves or not or something like that. But the funny thing is as those of you who know the Blue Man Group, they don't talk.
Correct.
So here we are at this party, just walking around. I mean, I'll have to repost it because.
Do you actually have pictures?
Yeah, I posted. I thought I posted it, but I'll have to repost it. But I remember coming home after the party, and my poor dog Taz. I come walking in, and he's just like, "What the shit?" I mean, it was.
Was he growling at you or like?
No, man, he was just staring like, Okay.
Smells like Manny.
And
Walks like Manny.
man,
Doesn't look
I
like
know
Manny.
that I posted and then I reposted it because I was looking for it and couldn't find it because it was way, way back. But then I remember, well,
Oh my. Yes, I think I've seen that before. That is seriously blue. Can you see it?
I don't know how good that's. I mean, but
Wow. Wow.
I'll post it to our page.
Yeah, do that.
And there's another one. Here is. Come on. And this is at the end of the night. My head's wrinkling. And Cass is just like, what the shit?
Yeah, you just have to post that on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
So people can get a better look at it.
Yeah, it's not. But the blue, I mean, blue. And like I said, we couldn't talk. So people are just looking at us. I mean, even though it was just paint over our face.
Did they know who you were?
People were still like looking. And
Not sure.
Then they're like, Maddie and I, none of us were talking. And for the party that we had, it was my buddy Mark and Linda and the whole crew that we were always together. And every year had this Halloween party. And it was always like the weekend before Halloween. For whatever reason, the hall, we had to do it, I think it was 2 weeks before.
Wow.
So, 2 weeks before Halloween, driving around looking like that.
Yeah.
It was me and my buddy drove over to my other buddy's house for him and his wife. But so we're driving down the street and all of a sudden you look over and people are like,
what? Yeah.
What the shit? So if that wasn't enough, after the party, it was around 12:30 at night. We were leaving. And for those of you in Detroit, Macomb County, there used to be a bar on Gratiot and Masonic by Macomb Mall called Frantone's Bar. Little tiny dive biker bar that I went to quite a bit with the Highwaymen when I rode with the Highwaymen. And good morning, Vincent. Good morning. Holy crap.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Vincent. Well, who is that dude? Vincent, the scary guy. Vincent. Wasn't there that wasn't his name?
Yeah.
Whatever it was. But anyways, good evening, Vincent and Christy. So me and my buddy Jay ended up leaving the party. It was probably close to 1. Who knows what time? Like I said, this is 25 years ago. And we decided to go into the bar.
Right. Vincent Price.
And we walk in, and again, it's a biker bar. Here we come walking in, and we're shit-faced, obviously, from just being at this party in a biker bar, and decide to stay in character. So we're not. Thank you, Vincent. He just put the same thing. Price. You are correct, sir. So here we are, and it's like a little pool hall, just a corner bar, bikers and regulars. So we walk in, and these, of course, are all looking at us, and they're just looking at us, and they're like, what the hell? And Linda, Vincent Price, thank you. And we decide we're not going to talk. And which you start, there's probably about, I don't know, 10 bikers, and not only just bikers, I can't remember what club, but are in there. And, when there's kind of a little bit of horseplay and all that shit, it's fine. But here these guys are, what the hell's up with this, kind of messing with us, and we won't talk. We won't respond to them because we're staying in character. Like, so what's up, man? You guys, because they're being pretty cool, and we still wouldn't talk to them. So now, of course, it's 1:30 in the morning. You got a bunch of drunk bikers who are like calling us out, like, you boys better start talking here. I mean, this is a little creepy or whatever, and we wouldn't. So that was interesting. So yeah, the Blues. I almost said brothers. Well, that was my brother Jay, and we were blue, so we were blue brothers. But man, it was so that was a good one. So anyone else? I was just cousin Vinny.
Well, Vincent from Kansas City, so cousin Vinny.
Yep, cousin Vinny. And but yeah, so throw out some costumes, man, that you guys were either. It doesn't matter when, man. Just in the past when you were a little youngster running around, or from now. It's later life with these Halloween parties. I another time we were glutton for punishment, man, because that was coming off. I mean, it took a while to get that shit off. Another time, this was probably back, and it had to be in the early 90s. Me and my girlfriend at the time and my cousin Cindy, it was there were 6 of us, and we were dice. We were actual dice.
Cool.
They went and got they found these boxes behind like a Kroger, Walmart, whatever. It's like these big, the stuff come in, these big boxes. So they got 6 boxes, cut a hole in the top, and then out the arms. So we put them on. They then painted them like there was 3 that were all black with white dots, and then all white with black dots.
Okay.
So the guys, we were all black,
with white
black
dots.
everything with black faces, black everything.
Yeah.
And the girls were all white. And again, you talk about having a hard time getting this stuff off and trying to walk around. I mean, obviously, we had the boxes in the back of this SUV. When we got to this party, we just put our boxes on, walking around with a box, and not just little time. I mean, we had so many compliments, but it was so damn funny because this is when beer pong was real popular. They had, man, this thing is choking me. Ping pong table, and they're playing beer pong. I love beer pong. So here, with my hand sticking out of a box like this, and I got the paddle, and I got to guard my beer, and I'm playing. So I'm sitting there, everyone's cracking up, and then all of a sudden I'm sitting there, I'm like, "What the hell is that?" I'm like, all of a sudden I look over and I see smoke. I look, and I wasn't playing at this point. I was just kind of propped up somewhere, me and people were talking, and I'm sitting there drinking, and I hear people laughing. And all of a sudden I look, and someone sat their beer on me because it was like a box. So it looked like a table,
Okay.
All of a sudden I look, and someone had their ashtray on me with a cigarette. So, oh my God. Whom love pasta meatballs with sauce? Paisan.
Well, DiCarlo, he's Italian.
Hey, Paisan.
Your brother.
But, so come on, man. Who else we got with some costumes? What about you? Any costumes that you
like
recall?
witch. It's just, honey, that was so
No, I
long
mean
ago.
besides normal.
Witch.
Well,
yeah,
a witch.
Okay.
No, so what'd you dress up as? Bullshit. God, come out now.
I don't even remember. My God, it was.
Oh, then it was funny too because as you got older, the thought there was less and less. It was just more about just give me my candy, man. I mean, when you were talking like when you got to be like 12, or I can't remember when I stopped going out, but it was like threw on a pair of my jeans and like an old flannel shirt, and we grabbed a cork and lit the cork on fire, blew it out, and then would wipe the cork on for like dirt. And we were just bums.
Yeah.
And there people like, oh, look at you, and then people were like, would you go to like Salvation Army? I was like, no, actually, this is what I wore earlier. I just did change my jeans with holes in them and stuff like that. And so yeah, there was that. Anything else? Come on, people.
I'm trying to remember what I did dress Michael up in when he was
Oh,
younger. But
Christy said I sent a photo of 5 or 6, and I don't know what I was supposed to be. Amber. Okay, you got to fill Amber in on what we're talking about.
Amber,
while
we're
I
talking
check
about
this.
costumes when we were younger.
Um,
Or not even
yeah,
younger,
or
or
now.
a couple days ago.
Yeah, what
Kind of costumes were you? Halloween costumes would you wear?
This is what she said.
I'm
This
going to
was.
look at it myself.
I sent you a photo of me. Oh, she sent it to you. It was 5 or 6.
Oh wow!
And she goes, "I really don't know what I am."
But it was fabulous. You are well dressed anyway.
Well,
All
you
kinds
got
of stuff. Pink
like a
hair and
brown nose. It looks like almost like a cat, like with the nose and like the mouth.
maybe who knows?
Yeah. Okay, Christy, I'm gonna go. Can I show it? Sure. Let me. This picture here that you're about to see is our own Christy Stutz from Alabama, and this was actually taken last night.
If you can see.
I don't know if you can see it. But that's our Christy from Alabama.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you can see pretty well. I'm looking at.
Did it look okay?
Yeah.
But there you go.
Yeah.
So if Amber, we need some pictures and some costumes of Amber. I know you've got to have something. Miss Jack, I thought I saw Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But
no, she's putting Jacqueline's name in there.
Okay, I got
kind
you.
Of call her up.
So let's see. I was Flipper. I was Dice. I was Blue Man Group.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! I remember I got talked into being Peter Pan. How in the hell that happened? How did that happen?
So you were in tights?
I was, but the thing I just remember because it was again, but because I had what the hell? Peter Pan, but
all green.
Yeah,
green.
But
little
Lynn had on. She had green. I mean, it was like there. It's Peter Pan, isn't it? That guy that
flies.
What am I thinking of?
Yeah. I don't want to grow up.
Yeah, but I'm a Toys R Us kid.
No. But there was.
I don't want to grow up.
Well, they stole it from Peter Pan. Duh.
Amber said, "I didn't dress up." Oh, last night I thought you. Well, no, Amber. What about when you were younger? We were going over some of the costumes that Mom and Dad, or we just came up with on our own. I don't know if you heard mine, or I showed a picture. I was a member of the Blue Man Group, and I was also, and we were blue. I just showed that, and also I was there were 6 of us, and the 3 guys were, we were all Dice, but we painted our faces all black, and the boxes were black with white dots, and the girls were all white with black dots. So we were that. And Christy was just a possessed cat at age 5.
Yeah.
I think you did not get your distempered. Ooh, I got my last Friday. I got my shots. I got my rabies and distemper last Friday. So I'm good to go. But no dressing up for me in a long time, man. But what about you, Amber? What'd you dress up as a kid? And Amber said, I didn't dress up last night because you was busy. Oh, where'd it go? I was busy handing out candy, but while Mom was scaring the kids with her jumping spider.
What were some of the cutest outfits that you saw then? Amber,
yeah, there you go, Amber.
Yeah.
As you were handing them out, what were some of the neat
nice
since I was always told, man, it's okay. Tell your story, and you tell it again and tell it again, because people, there's always someone new coming on and who hasn't heard the story.
What are you going to tell them?
Since we're talking Halloween and since we're talking costumes, Amber, I think you probably know where this is going. Yes, it's going down silly. Wait a minute, Christy. Well, my friend, I must get up here and go to bed. May God bless you all. Good night. Christy, you have a good night.
Good night, darling.
And we will chat soon. But what was I saying? Oh, Amber, since this is the time to chit chat about some Halloween costumes and a little bit of fun, and like some of the costumes that you saw, Amber, handing out candy. What were some of the funny ones, neat ones, original ones, and stuff like that? Um, because as you know, handing out candy, you come across some very interesting characters, as this one neighbor did. As he was sitting there and heard the ever familiar sound of trick or treat, he goes to his door and sees three little kids. Yes, I said this already, and I'm going to say it again because it's post Halloween and I can do that. But so
Honey,
he
it's your
looks at the
show. You can
first.
do whatever you
It's
want.
my show.
It's your show.
God, I never, ever in a million, I ever would thought I'd be sitting in a studio, looking into a camera, talking into a mic, doing a live show, and actually say, "It's my show.
I can do what I want.
I
It's
can do what I
my
want. I'm going to
show."
take this ball and leave."
and go home.
But anyways,
There's three kids at the door.
three kids at the door, and the other one says, "Hey, I'm going to act like diarrhea and run."
Oh,
And the other
yeah,
one says,
no.
"I'm going to act like a tree and leaf." And the other says, "I'm going to act like a drum and beat it," which is not at all what the joke is, but
No.
it kind of went pretty good, didn't it?
It is.
So what
Your
we're gonna
memory is incredible.
what it's gonna be was this guy says, "What are you, little boy?" And he was dressed up. He goes, "I'm a ghost." He goes, "Yeah, you are." He goes, "Here's some candy for you." So he looks over at this little girl and says, "Honey, what are you dressed up as?" And she goes, "I'm a ballerina." He goes, "Yeah, you are." Gives her some candy. Looks at the third child, his little boy, and he's all dressed up with his patch over his eye and a hook, and he's a pirate. And he goes, "Well, what are you supposed to be?" And he goes, "I'm a pirate." He goes, "A pirate? Well, if you're a pirate, where are your buccaneers?" And he goes, "Under my bucking hat." Yes, I've said this over and over, but that's a good one.
Okay.
Amber, I noticed a lot of parents doing jello shots while they were walking their kids.
Okay.
You know what? We used to do that.
God, I thought they tasted. Somebody gave me a Jello shot one time. It tasted terrible.
Oh,
What
see,
the-
my ma used to make them all the time for the parties at the Vitale house, and man, they were good. Or we were just by that time, we had the green, the red, the rum, and whatever we had. But yeah, man. But we all let's see. Amber says, I got clipped this on there. All the damn clowns, so many clowns last night, and of course, all the women who were dressed like hookers, hookers and clowns. They were happy hooker clowns. There you go.
Like the name of a book.
And, hey, Kevin, how you
Kevin's
doing, man?
Here. Kevin's in the house.
Happy hangover free after Halloween, family, and right back at you, brother.
Yeah, I had mentioned it to Manny. I said, Halloween is just not really, I don't think of Halloween as a drinking holiday. And then you said,
no, any day is a drinking day. Any day that ends in Y is a good day. In our past, and partying and drinking and all the other extracurriculars, it didn't have to be, Christmas, New Year's, Saturday, Friday, dollar night, ladies' night. If the day ended in a Y, it was a day to party and drink. That's the way that we had it. But Kevin, happy hangover free Halloween, family. Yes,
that's right. Well said.
Let's see. I know I probably missed some. Maybe not.
No, you're
Kevin, I saw a picture, but I can't remember what your boy dressed up as. We were asking, besides your son and all that stuff and your family, we were talking about when we were not only little kids, but even growing up, adults going to Halloween parties and some of the more memorable Halloween costumes growing up. Kevin, you got any costumes first of all, like as a little kid? Because I mean, I had to have been. I mean, every kid loves cowboys. I mean, you have to have your little 6-shooters and stuff like that. I just can't remember. So just go down memory lane there, Kevin. Do you have any memories of some costumes when you're a little guy, and also just some cool ones that maybe you
Saw the
dressed
other
up
night.
as over the years, going to parties as an adult and walking around? Yeah,
Mhm.
last night with your family, man. Were there any? I mean, because some of these costumes, man, are so amazing, man. Especially you get some of these people who make their own. I mean, and really put a lot
Oh yeah.
of time and effort into it. Like they'll show those ones where the person's legs are like in the body of. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. Where it looks like there's an alien chasing somebody, or the one had the body where it looked like there was a box like being held and the head was there. Like I said, that some of the thought and the talent that goes into making some of these was so cool.
And then some of the
Kevin,
houses I've seen, the decorations in the houses are
Sonic.
outstanding. Sonic,
Oh,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic was Hudson's last night. Growing up, my favorite was probably NFL player or being an adult. I was walking. I was walking keg with a Phil Blair with a. Oh, I tell you, man.
Oh
Amber
wow.
was just saying how she saw some of the parents doing jello shots, and it was like, yeah, I mean, I can't remember which buddy it was, but their neighborhood, I mean, this was again forever ago, where we would go over there and they'd have a party, and but we'd walk around with, whether it was his kids or they would bring other family members kids over, because it's just the block was insane, and the neighbors were all really close, and they literally would the parents and the adults would be walking around with like a mug and a shot glass. So you just be walking around, and
Oh my goodness.
man, so yeah, so happy Halloween. So, but yeah, and not only that too, but with Halloween, of course, comes scary movies, which Manny doesn't do scary. I shouldn't say that. I don't mind scary movies, but when it comes to that um, stuff where you get into like Satan and like
All the gore that goes
Ouija
on.
boards, and when you get into like The Exorcist and all movies like that, I don't play that shit. When you start messing with supernatural and trying to tap into the other side, it's like, no, man, we ain't going there. But but like some of the older ones, like Halloween.
Well, you started to watch the original
Jo- uh,
Frankenstein the other night
oh, good lord!
with
But
Boris Karloff.
how or with Jamie Lee Curtis, Halloween.
Okay.
Now that, but
Oh, Jeepers Creepers.
Shining, The Shining was a classic, man, with Jack Nicholson. Um, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
And for those of you on the screen, if you haven't, pick up the book, The
Oh
Shining.
man,
That's the only book in my entire life I actually had to put it down. It was so scary. And, like, take a breath before I could pick it back up and read it. Oh my goodness, it was
Jeepers Creepers was one of my favorite growing up.
okay. There you go.
Is that a movie? Is that
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah.
idea, because if it was other than what I just said, I wouldn't watch it, man. But yeah, then you hear that they were playing the music for Halloween. I think it's like piano or something like that, the keys where they were, and of course it's the street that's all dark and the leaves are rustling down the sidewalk. And but yeah, so like movies like that, no problem. But like I said, some of those where it's like, all right, we have to think of a better way to take the eyeball out of a small little child, eat it, as that person comes to be part of the non-living, and that it's like, you know what, there's it's not bad enough that you kill the person or they get killed or whatever it is. No, that wasn't gruesome enough. We have to do it where it's much more vile.
Yeah.
I saw The Exorcist one time, and that was one time too many. You know what, Amber? I am I'm with you, man. Jacqueline's here.
Woohoo.
You know what, Amber, is sometimes you get these backstories and stuff. And they were doing a show on like different movies, and it happened to be around this time, and it was about scary movies and things that happen either on set or to the actors who were on set. And one of them, Amber, was The Exorcist, and they were saying how certain scenes where the bed was spin or levitated, whatever it was, they said that they had the director and the actors and all the sound and camera and all these people there, where more than one time they actually had stuff happen on set that shouldn't have happened. And people just thought that somebody was messing with somebody, but they said that that happened. And I don't know if this is true at all. Maybe you or Jacqueline or Kevin or someone
Urban
could help us
legend,
out
maybe.
on this. Is the movie this Poltergeist? Which see, that's another one. I'll watch that, but it's still creepy as shit. Um, I I heard that there was a documentary about the actors who did it and how some of them actually died, either unexplained death or um, like the one little girl, Carol Ann, pointing at the TV and you know, where are you? I'm here or they're here, whatever it was.
I'm
But they
here.
were talking about, some
Here.
of these things that happen. And that's what I mean, man. I don't play that shit, you know. And then there was this thing on the news about this museum and they were talking about Ouija boards. Oh, yeah, it's great. Yeah, yeah, it's just what I want to do. No. Mm-mm. But so
Did
Jacqueline,
you never play with a Ouija board at all when you were a kid?
Hellraiser. Hell no. No, I didn't
Okay.
even want to touch one, didn't want to look at one. I'd shoot one. I mean, up north, we blow the shit out of it with shotguns. But Linda says Hellraiser. See,
Okay.
no, man. What was that one? What was this movie? The not the well, but there's a girl who looks like she's got shit just like climb. I think she was climbing out of a well. Then she climbs out of the TV, and she's got this like long. Then I think she walks down the stairs backwards or
Mm.
something. Creepy shit. But I don't. If Linda, if I don't know if that's Hellraiser. And then there's the one. God, what the heck was it?
Well, it's an Amber's got. I can't get the visual of the girl running down the steps in a back handstand.
W-
That might be the
Yeah,
one.
what's
What movie
well
was
that
that?
wasn't
Was that
Poltergeist.
Hellraiser?
That but that's the one.
Oh,
I
Children of
don't
the
let
Corn was
in
bizarre.
even in my apartment. I'm with you, man. I am with you. And I said, no, it's not. Unborn. Unborn?
Maybe.
You know what, Check? I don't know, man, because I don't play that shit.
Oh, Linda says no, it's
No,
not.
it's not. Oh, wait. Wait, where'd it go? I just saw the movie. She said there's another one that terrified her. Children of the Corn. I remember hearing that, but of course I did not see it. I mean, I tell you what.
Well, could you do like E.T.?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean,
Well, okay.
you know what? My one buddy Jay was telling me about this movie he saw. This was a million years ago, and he's like, "Yeah, it was scary." Um, and he goes, "This guy gets eaten." I'm like, "Well, shit, that's just hell. That's on rated G movies now, man."
Yeah.
He was talking about Jurassic Park. I'm like,
Oh,
"Oh, good
okay.
lord!" But anyways, The Exorcist.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I think you're talking about The Ring. That
Might be.
sounds familiar. That and then what was this other one that you said? It or no, not it.
Yeah,
It.
with the
It.
clown. With the clown. It.
Oh yeah. And another thing that can get people killed, and I almost ran one
Excuse
freaking over years back. And this was in my crazy ass drinking out of control day. So this boy's lucky he's still alive. But remember
Oh, yeah,
years
you were
ago,
mentioning that.
folks, when people were dressing up as that clown.
Mm-hmm.
And they would literally be on the street and just standing there staring at the cars go by, or there'd be like I can't remember if they'd walk up on porches or whatever they would do, and they would just stand there and freak people out. Well, one night I'm coming home and it was late. And for those of you who may know this area, in Clinton Township, Sterling Heights area, and all that stuff, this happened to be over on Cass and Groesbeck. There is a very small drive-through car wash, and I was going down Moravian, and all of a sudden I look over, and I look again, and there's this dude dressed up in the clown outfit, just and it, like I said, it probably 1 o'clock in the morning, and I remember just sitting there and being just I just rage, just seeing this because one, I'm not a big fan, and two, this is when this was on the news about people doing this and how it's dangerous. And they said, you could do it to the wrong person. Well, this some bitch, I spun around in my truck and went right up into there to the car wash after him. And I don't think he was expecting that because I've never seen a clown standing so still suddenly move so damn fast in my life. He was up and over a wall like that.
Wow.
But
you thought you were going to run over.
Oh,
probably.
I mean, I had other violent things. It was like, no, man. And again, this was back in the crazy days. So
a lot of people don't like clowns anyway, and that clown is very scary.
Yeah, and that was yeah. I had a friend that I work with who just hated clowns. Bad thing to tell me because we were working together and a patient came in and gave my friend Suzanne, who I worked with, a flower arrangement with balloons, and it had like a clown like holding the flowers.
Oh, like a doll,
like a doll that you could Velcro its hands. Well, as soon as I saw it, she's like, this person said, "Oh, I got this for her for help me." I'm like, she'll love it. She'll love it because she was asking me about different things, ideas, and she showed it to me. She goes, "I was thinking about getting this." I'm like, "Yes." So she gives it to her, and Suzanne plays it. Oh, man. She plays it off, and she's like, "Oh, thank you." And I was like, "Isn't this great, Suzanne? Here, let me get a picture. Hold it closer. Come on, give it." I go, "Give it a kiss. Come on."
She's like, "I'm gonna get
and
you
she's
later."
just like, Well, as soon as the patient left, she literally took the clown and didn't know that I was down the hallway, but I could see, and she threw it in the garbage. Just the clown part.
And of course you retrieved it.
I saved the clown's life. And not only that, I was kind enough to put it in her desk drawer.
Oh, Jesus.
So next thing you know, you hear, ah! All of a sudden you hear, Manny! So the next few minutes were perfect. You couldn't have planned it any better because all of a sudden she takes it and walks around, and you can see her looking for me. Well, this place has a couple different hallways where you could get into the gym and mirrors. Sure as shit, I see her, and she goes into the pool area and puts it in the garbage in there. I retrieved the clown again. And ended up putting it back in her desk, but they had those the top where you could just open it up above the desk. Well, I propped it up, so as soon as she opened it, it fell on her.
Oh, God.
Which, of course, scared the shit out of her even more. Manny! And all I hear is other people going, "What are you doing?" I'm right here with you guys, man. I am innocent.
Oh.
So this time, she takes it outside and throws it in the garbage.
She should have just ripped
guess
it apart.
who happened to see her do that? Me. So as she goes in back into the building, I go into her desk, and she had her keys in her drawer. So I went and I opened up her car, and I went and I put the clown in the back seat with the seatbelt on it. Oh my God. The fun days, the fun days.
Oh,
Oh my God. Anyways, let's see.
How awful. You tortured that girl.
Oh, it was great. So that was the clown thing. But other than that,
Uh,
as far as different costumes, like I said, that was the extent of some of mine. Yeah, I mean, but good time had by all, and I really haven't heard anything as far as besides they were putting warnings out. Of course, when we were little, it was Mary Jane.
yeah, she's here.
Hey, how you doing, Mary? And when we were little, the only thing we had to worry about was swallowing a razor blade that someone put in an
Which was
apple.
urban.
It
There
was
was
like
never a razor blade in any
you know,
apple. I mean,
plus apples.
who's
Every
giving
time
out
we
an
got
apple
one,
on
we threw it
Halloween?
away.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But what that was actually happening now, and they were showing on the news were these chips, like the smaller chips where you could have the hot fries, the like the lifesaver gummies and all this stuff that are fine. Well, they also make those that are the edibles and stuff like that,
Oh,
and the
with
different ones
THC in
like
them.
with mushroom or whatever it was. That these other ones though that are legal, but they're for adults, obviously. And they were showing how some of them, excuse me, were being handed out, and some of them were by accident. They talked to some people that didn't know, and when I heard that story, it reminded me of this guy. He took his little boy to a Tiger game. I mean, and this was a long, long time ago. Took his little boy to a Tiger game. It was a hot day, so he's having a few cold ones, and his son was thirsty, and bought him a either an iced tea or a lemonade. No, a lemonade. He bought him whatever it was. Bought him a lemonade, and they're sitting there. Next thing you know, the ushers and the police come there and grab him and take him and his son out of there and ended up arresting him. He bought it was like a hard lemonade,
Oh,
and he didn't know. He just saw lemonade and bought it. And, it was just a mistake. And they made this big stink about it. Man, people were up in arms and just going crazy. And the guy's like, I've never
what?
had
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I saw it and bought it,
Just
but
all lemonade.
hey,
That's what we
things
said.
happen. But the packaging, I mean, whoever okayed this shit is where it's going wrong because they look so identical,
Mhm.
to the original product that yeah, man. I mean, it's easy to do. And but yeah, back in our day, it was like, yeah, just don't eat that razor blade. Okay,
Mhm.
but other than that, it was a nice night. We always had to battle it always usually rained. I remember dealing with
And
rain.
cold
I have done the
sometimes.
same thing. Um, Mary Jane said, "Oh, I'm telling you, Mary Jane, man, with your with your crafts and stuff, Mary Jane is a craft queen when it comes to scary stuff. In fact,
Mhm. Yeah, that's for Mary Jane.
this is Mary Jane.
And can you reach it?
Back. Oh,
And that's for Mary Jane.
thank you, Mary Jane.
Uh-huh. In the spirit. Oh,
But
she's a holiday girl. Every holiday she's ready. She's got things for every single holiday going. The woman is amazing. She decorates the office, hands out gifts. She's incredible.
so other than that, though, just kind of getting things moving along here. It was a very long day at work, and just kind of kick back, taking it easy. We do have on this coming
Monday.
Monday, which is November the 3rd.
Mhm.
Very special guest coming on. Really looking forward to. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him for the first time in New York at our studio in Connecticut.
Mhm.
Just an amazing person. We actually met him through our amazing family member, Coach Tony Morrissey, who works for Disney and ESPN. So we get this message from Coach saying, "Hey, I got this guy," and just it did no information, just a name. Well, his name is Dave Stevens, and I've said it
Mm.
before, and in the past, talking about Dave, he is a seven-time Emmy award-winning producer for ESPN, and I've been chit-chatting with Dave. Um, since that original show that he did. If you didn't get a chance to see it, please go to YouTube and to My Fight Our War and check out the show that he did with us in New York that Dave was a guest on. Just besides what he has done, like just right now, he played collegiate football, wrestling, baseball, all of these things, at the highest level, just underneath semi-pro, pro. That's what he did all these sports at the highest level. Let's see. Yeah, did I mention he had a tryout for the United States Olympic baseball team as a right fielder? Let's see. All these other things. Oh, one small thing that I forgot to mention is Dave Stevens, the seven-time Emmy award-winning producer for ESPN, was born without legs. Born without legs, and did all of those things at that level. I'm telling you, the story is just incredible as the man.
Mhm.
Like I said, he was on our show. We were hearing we talked for probably about a half hour or so before going into the studio. Then we did probably just under a 2-hour show. And then after the interview, we went back out to the green room, the lobby, and talked for probably another hour. And it was just, most of the time was me just sitting there, just like, just stunned by everything that, the inspiration. Um, we talk about, the things that our mom and dad and people would say to us, even now, how if we're down and out, we're upset about certain things. You'll hear, "Oh, it's not that bad. It could always be worse." Or, look around, there's people
Mhm.
worse off than you. And yes, that is true. But no, it doesn't make ours any less to us. It doesn't make our pain any less or anything
Correct.
like that.
Correct.
Um, but, as I'm sitting there talking with Dave, besides obviously physically seeing him,
Mhm.
the difference, obviously, you're so captivated by the stories. It's like, oh my God. And not only that, but the motivation and support and, encouragement that he just is just glowing, when he talks. And it's unbelievable. But not only that, um, well, we're going to talk about it on Monday, so please make sure you check us out on Monday for the show because he does a lot of work with kids, and
Great with
the
kids.
kids love him. Sense of humor, holy shit! He is, as he said to me in the interview, he goes, "I've done a lot of things in my life," and he's done more than me, and then people without any, and it's not disabilities because all he has is abilities. He has the ability to do everything and more than probably most of us because of his drive and determination.
Mhm.
Um, but he took a shot at comedy. As he told me, he goes, "Yeah, I tried stand up, well, sit down comedy." And I'm going to wait and see if he says, because he said sometimes when people see him for the first time, there's a very uneasy look that people don't know how to respond.
Mhm.
And, and he's fine with it. He does not, like, what are you looking at or what you, no, man, just the opposite. He accepts it and he embraces it. and he told me one of his jokes, and I'm not gonna say it because it's a doozy, boy. And when he comes out on Monday, I'll talk to him before going on the
See if he can
show
remember
and
to tell us.
see if he's going to reveal that one. But just to show his sense of humor, go if like I said, please go to YouTube and to My Fight Our War. And while you're there, go to YouTube and subscribe to YouTube.
Yeah.
That
And
helps us
thumbs
out a
up
lot.
and all that.
And since you're at it, why don't you flip over to TikTok and follow us there because that helps us too.
Yeah.
There's a let's just say I am way behind, and the stuff that I should have been doing all along. But as I've said numerous times, that I don't have a clue what I'm doing. I'm sitting here talking into this thingy, looking into that, and um, fortunately, there's people that are responding to it in a positive way, where it's opened up a lot of doors for me, and My Fight Our War, and it's really appreciate that. Um, but with that comes responsibilities. That doesn't go with Manny Vitale. Responsibilities, Manny Vitale.
You're better
You know,
than you
that's
used to
why
be.
it's
Yeah.
just like talk to,
Yeah.
wait a minute,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
message her, schedule with OG, message, anything responsible adult shit. I don't want any part of, she'll help you. Okay. Cause I got in trouble for my scheduling techniques.
Mhm.
I didn't know that you're supposed to
Check
not
the
say,
calendar.
yeah, it's like, Manny, will you do a show with us? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Well, can you do this date and this date? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, then get another phone call. Hey, man, we saw you do the show. We were wondering if you'd like to be a guest or a guest host on this show. Yep. And then after a week of this, I would finally remember and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, OG, we got some shows lined up." And I would have the dates on a sticky note or somewhere. It's like this date, this date, this date, this date. Like, ha ha. And she's like, "You're already doing a show that day. This one here, we have two guests coming on that date. This one here, we're actually going to be in a plane flying to New York. This one here
Mhm.
is just like,
So no.
so that went my scheduling privileges.
Mhm.
But yeah, so
Got to
in
put him
a
in a timeout.
in a roundabout way, we're going to take this whole conversation right back to Monday. Dave Stevens at I believe it's 6:30 ish.
6:30.
6:30.
That's the time. 6:30 ish, of course.
And so it's going to be like I said, though, if you want to get a little bit of insight, not only check out the show, which please do, please go to YouTube and My Fight or War, check out the show, but also just Google his name, and it'll show his all of his achievements. And but I was getting back to his sense of humor on his page. He's flying all over the place. He is jetting off here, there, and everywhere else because of his job. And there's one where it's the luggage for your pickup. You pick up
The
your
carousel,
luggage,
the
the
luggage
carousel.
carousel.
Well, here it comes. And the luggage is going by. And then all of a sudden, here comes a suitcase, which is open. And there's Dave
Sitting in
sitting in
the
it just
suitcase.
like this with his hands up, just going right by on the carousel. And then
Round and
there's
round.
another one where he is at a golf outing for a charity another charitable event that he does. And it looks like he had some help from his buddies, which I mean, I would love to hang out with those guys sometime. But there's a huge sand trap, and all you see is Dave in the middle of the sand trap, just sitting there. And the thing is, the sand's perfect. So it looks like he went there, got in the middle, then his buddies got the rakes and groomed it all up so you can't tell. It basically looks like he's in quicksand. Oh man, hold on. Okay. So there you go. There's a build-up for the promo for this Monday show with Dave Stevens.
Yeah.
So
gonna be
we
good.
hopefully will see Laura, my cousin, and
Did you see what she said?
Laura Vitelli, where are you guys at?
No, what? No, but she just decorated for Christmas.
What? It's awesome. Wait a minute. Laura says it's 85 degrees. I see that. Who
You
said
could go
that?
back a little further.
Hi there. Anthony and I just decorated for Christmas. Hey, you know
Okay.
what? I love Christmas, man. I got no problem with that at all. Yeah, they're in Arizona. I'm not sure exactly what part, but she's just 85 degrees.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, they're
and
getting ready for the cool season.
that was Amber using her force. She was like,
Yeah,
"Where is
yeah,
Amber and Tony?" And
yeah.
here they show up.
Laura and
So
Tony.
good job, Amber. Um,
Yeah.
but
Oh, by the way, don't forget. So tell people, don't forget.
oh, Sunday, 2 a.m. What do we do in springtime? We spring ahead, and now we fall back. So this coming Sunday, I think it's 2 a.m. They said, which just do it anytime Saturday night.
Yeah.
You
Well, the phones and the only
they'll
thing you got to
automatically
just
do
do
it.
the microwave is what you basically have to do, and maybe your TV.
You know, since it is this coming Sunday that switches back an hour, we were talking at work, and being the thinker that I am,
Uh-oh.
I was just like, well, wait a minute now. But then that wouldn't have worked because it's fall back. So like right now it would be 7:22 in a few days.
Correct.
It'll be
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. And so at work they're like, well, yeah, if we change them at work, I go, no, if we do that come fall or spring, that'll be better because we'll spring ahead and we'll try to tell the boss that, hey, listen, man, it's 6 o'clock. Manny, it's 5 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock. We're springing at daylight savings time, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that wasn't funny.
No.
But anyways, we're your Buccaneers under my bucket hat. Absolutely nothing because we
Yeah.
don't turn our
Yeah.
clocks back.
I knew there was some spots in the United States that don't do anything with their clocks.
All right. Well, let's see. Cousin Tony and Laura, you guys are, I know that you could help us out here. We were, well, not help us out, but we were chit chatting when we first came on since we had Mesa, Arizona. And that was for you, Amber. We were talking about Halloween and all the fun stuff to go along with it and some of the costumes. Amber was helping pass out candy and said that she saw a lot of clowns, which Amber loves clowns. So please make sure you send Amber pictures of clowns. Just kidding. But so Laura and cousin Tony, we were just chit chatting about growing up, man. What were some costumes that you remember as a child that you couldn't wait to wear?
Mm-hmm.
And then even growing up, man, as you got older, going to
Halloween
parties
Yep.
with your buddies. As you got older, some of the costumes changed, obviously. But were some, Laura and Tony, what were some costumes that you remember as a kid, and what were some of your favorites?
Pirate was always a good one.
Buccaneers.
Well, that's right.
Yep. I let's see. All this time, man, I can't remember. Hate Ronald McDonald. Yeah, let's see. You can't hate Ronald, man. That's what I had for lunch. I had a double cheeseburger. Let's see.
And just think when you were a kid, or when I was a kid, anyway, you had like Bozo the Clown. People love Bozo the Clown, but boy, oh boy, clowns have gotten a bad rap in the last number of years.
A hobo was my favorite, then a ghost.
Uh-huh.
Well, and Laura, it's funny that you say that because when I was little, or not little, as I got older, I was just telling everybody about
Some
different
fun.
costumes. And you get to that point where you're just like, whatever, it's like, sometimes when you're younger, you can't wait, man. You got your favorite costume and you're ready to roll, man. You're putting that sucker on like a week or two before Halloween, running around the house, just having fun. Man, I tell you, the fun, when just being a kid, if we only knew, then how lucky we had it. It's like, yeah, welcome to adulthood there, sucker. But but I was just saying how it got to the point where I just threw on a pair of jeans and they had all these holes in them. And I had this old flannel shirt, and we grabbed a cork and lit that, and then wiped the dirt all over our faces and stuff. And people would, like, "Oh, you're a bum," whatever, just like Tony said there. And someone was asking, did you go to Salvation Army? Did you? No, man. I mean, I got this out of
In
my
the
drawer.
closet.
These are coming back in style. No.
I never could bear to spend money on jeans that had holes in them. It's like, oh no,
Yeah, I mean, little did I know, man, these old
You were ahead of
worn
the game.
frayed
Yep.
jeans would be, in style. Mary Jane Tyler, Aunt Jamie, the Pancake Queen. Hmm. Yeah, got me on that one, Mary. Megan Jackson Amberlyn, thank you, sis. Not sure what she's being thanked for, but you know what? Since it's Amber, it's got to be something good.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Yes, literally had a full blown panic attack when I crossed paths with Ronald McDonald. You know what? I mean, like I said, man, that story I told about people that were doing that years ago to really mess with people, man. And Aunt Jemima. Yes. But yeah, man, Amber, like I said, they had people, and the thing is, it shows you how cruel some people can be, that they know that some people are deathly afraid of clowns,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Mm-hmm.
And yet these people would, and in fact, you know what? There was something else on the news. It shows the stupidity of people wanting to get shot by homeowners, or people who are lawfully carrying weapons and stuff like that. There was something on the news, and they showed it for the ring cam for those rings, the doorbells, and all that. There were uh, three people dressed up in full Halloween garb, like masks, very scary masks, and beating on this door and yelling, "Let us in! If you don't let us in, we're breaking in." I mean, screaming, banging on this door, and it's all being recorded by the ring cam. Well, sure as shit, once you think that, you think, man, can people get any dumber? And you're like, no, they really can't. Yeah, they can. Just
Yeah.
watch news at 6 instead of
Yeah.
5. You'll see, because not only they they caught the people doing it, and no charges were filed because they were family members of the people inside. And you would think right now that's where the story ends, because you would say, "What idiots!" And when the parents got a hold of these freaking morons, you
Yeah.
know what?
Yep.
No, here's where it gets even better. Two of the moms were hiding in the bushes watching this happen and thought it was funny. Someone called a nephew from inside the house. There was a person inside the house with a little girl. I can't remember if there was one or two, and called a nephew who was a CPL holder, plus whatever, came
Uh-oh.
over. By this time, they left. These people could have got their heads blown off. I mean, in the day and age that we live in,
You got to be careful.
you don't know. I mean, with just the other yesterday here in Michigan, in one of the cities here in Michigan, they foiled a plot for a terrorist attack on Halloween,
Mm-hmm.
and it was more or less geared towards kids. It's Halloween, and they said
The FBI came
the
into town.
FBI, the local authorities, state, federal, all came in, and sure as shit, it was a terrorist cell attack that was
Weapons and
that
everything
was
were
going to go
found. Yep.
down, that they found out about. I don't know if it was through chatter, through the channels, or what.
Mhm.
Thank God they stopped it, because they came right out and said, yeah, that they were going to follow through with this. What they call the
Pumpkin something.
pumpkin holiday or pumpkin party or whatever it was.
Pumpkin
But
massacre.
you know what? and then with me, and me as a former police officer, not only that, but my experiences riding with the one percenters and the club, and the plus the people that I rode with, I had to have my head on a swivel all the time, um, both as a police officer and as a motorcycle club member, because you don't know who is going to. N- uh, it wasn't St. Clair Shores.
Dearborn.
It was a Dearborn where the people lived. Um, but like with me, where I'd here you worry about being shot and stabbed. Yep, it happened to me twice. But then I start thinking about things. What a perfect time to plot some evil shit, right? Here you could have a group of 5, 10 people walking down the street, cannot tell who's who because
They
of
got masks and
full
everything. Yeah.
masks on, sheets, towel, blanket, whatever, all this big bulky clothing so you can't see ghosts, sheets, whatever you're wearing, so you don't know what's underneath. What a perfect way to do a mass shooting, a mass, they said that there were bombs, firearms, weapons, all of that. I
Mhm.
mean, it's like, and then you get people, like I said, that clown that is lucky that I didn't get my hands on back in the day, that do shit like that, thinking, oh, you know what, it'll be funny. And here, this was just 2 days ago. Those three kids, family members that did this to their own family, thinking it was going to be funny. I mean, and the thing is, it's not like they were laughing and they were beating on the door, screaming, "Let us in!" or "We're breaking in!" and don't. All of this shit scared the hell out of them. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Maybe you're thinking about that, Amber.
Yeah,
If
that was in that
that
was
I
I think
can't
that
remember
I
where
think
that
it wasn't
was.
St. Clair Shores.
Yeah, so you know what, Amber, you
If
might be
you
right
say,
on that,
yeah,
honey.
yeah,
I don't remember, but
yeah. The bomb thing with the guns and
yeah,
that
that
was in
was
Dearborn.
Dearborn. But I mean, just a sad time, man. And just like with me, when I used to teach CPL for people to carry, I would help teach CPL classes, and we would also teach, safety awareness.
Mhm.
I mean, you're gonna be walking around carrying a firearm. You know what? Let's do everything in our power to avoid that having to happen. There's different levels of force, and you learn that as a police officer. There's a soft level, the medium level, hard level, of different levels that you use. One is your actions, the way you stand, the way you move, the way you carry yourself. The second one is your voice, the way you talk, respond to try to calm down a situation. But as the situation progresses, so do your actions, up until the point, the very last and the very deadly is deadly force. When you or someone else's life is in imminent danger, that's when you have to make a decision. And when I taught these classes, man, I'd have these and it was usually the guys. The women that took these classes were awesome, asking questions, listening. Some of these guys were, just,
Cowboys.
and we didn't tolerate any of that shit.
Mm.
It was like you screw around, you make jokes, you make light, you interrupt this class, you're done. No refunds either. But we would also teach how not to be a target. I mean, we literally had people saying, "Well, if I am targeted now, at least I have a gun." You know what? You spent 8 hours with me one day, and you spent half hour shooting at a piece of paper about 7 yards away. That piece of paper is not shooting at you. That piece of paper isn't charging at you with a knife or a bat, or a hammer, So just because you got this license in your wallet that says you can carry now doesn't mean you're 007 and you have the right to shoot. It means you have the right to carry that weapon. And when I was with the police department, we spent a month, you know, on the gun range, 8 hours a day practicing sitting, standing, rifles, shotguns, right-handed, left-handed. Had to simulate. Okay, I got shot in my right arm, dominant hand. You're still in the fight, man. You got a left hand. Now you got to learn how to load your mag. Insert your mag. Charge your weapon. Do all these things under pressure, and yet I would still have some of these people who would be bitching about, oh, we got to sit here for 8 hours. I'm like, oh, dear God. And I used to start the class, me, Vince, Tommy, and it would be congratulations. Congratulations. Some of you are this much closer to going to prison. And they're just like, what? What are you talking about? Yeah, by using deadly force. Well, we'll have our CPLs, and I used to tell them the same thing. That does not give you the right to shoot; gives you the right to carry,
or even to brandish it.
and that's a whole nother subject because I'll have people jumping on here.
That's a 2-hour lecture.
Oh my
guys.
God! I've had people coming on saying, telling me, well, this is what the law is, and you don't, you know what? And that's not what this whole point was. So I'm not even going to entertain that shit.
That took a turn. Wow, that conversation went off.
No, man, it just was amazing. Just like I still remember, I had this guy pulled over one time when I was working for Detroit, and as soon as I walked up to the window, I knew it was just going to be one of those moments. Because as soon as I walked up, he started motherfucking me up and down. Man, you honky motherfucker, you can't pull me over for this. And he spent the first 10 minutes telling me what I could not do. I literally came out and told him, I said, my man, I'm going to have carpal tunnel by the time I'm done right in your ass. And yeah, it's just, it's a whole nother world, a whole nother animal that I'm not going to get into.
Another night's talk if you want to do it another night.
But other than that, guys, you know what? I just hope you had a nice day, Halloween. A nice Halloween with the family. And again, I just want to thank you guys so much, for the birthday wishes and,
you got hundreds
kind words.
Wonderful.
And it's so funny though, looking down and seeing 6-0. It's just like, you're as old as you feel. I'm like, don't tell me that. I feel a lot older. But seriously, man, thank you so much, and definitely want to spend some time going through and answering, the post. It's going to take a while, so thank you for that, and hope you have a great weekend, man. And I keep forgetting today's Saturday.
Yes,
today's Saturday. I work Saturday.
Fall back tonight.
So yes, and tomorrow
morning, watch your clock.
2 a.m. or tonight.
It's basically set your microwave. Because your phone's going to change.
Yeah, tonight at 2 a.m.
Except for Laura and cousin Tony.
Yeah,
they're in Arizona. They're like,
or if you're me, because time's the same everywhere. It's when we do our show, I don't say 6:30 p.m. Eastern time and then go through each time zone because it's times everywhere. It's the same, man. It's 6:30 in Arizona. It's 6:30 in Hawaii. It's 6:30 in Australia. And the shitter goes the other way, just so you know, when you flush the toilet. So when you poop, it's going to shoot back up at you. Is that right, mate? And all you blokes. And then that reminds me, the next time I come on, I'll have to tell you why chicken liver tastes so good. And,
oh my God!
After
don't even start with that now, right? No.
Yeah, and for all the animal lovers, you may not want to watch this episode coming up and this was a episode on Jim Jeffries,
yes,
who is a comedian from Australia.
Yes,
and he decided to inform all of us how foie gras. See the French foie gras, whatever is made. And as he would say, if you don't know, you're in for a treat.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm going to say about that. And I'm not going to talk about anything else either. So, all right, you guys have a good night. Mary, well.
Yep.
And Mary.
For Halloween, thank you.
Nope.
Oh, you didn't even have Groot. Okay. He lost his perch. There he is. That would have been a good Halloween. That would have been a good Halloween.
Oh man, see, I'd
good
go
Halloween costume. Yeah.
I could be a good Groot.
Just
All I gotta do is just sit there.
tape
I
some,
am Groot.
yeah, and tape some
I am
twigs
Groot.
to your arms.
Yeah, just so many. I am Groot. All right. Have a great night. Remember that addiction is only a word. It is not a death sentence. And keep fighting the good fight. And the best is definitely yet to come.
Good night, all.
Love you guys.